Yeah, everything is fine, friends. Now you have how you have to handle using what is that function na? Come on, function or not? Hmm?
Yes, using function.
Right now, so just we seen that, right? Just we seen that what we seen now, guys. Just we seen that we taken what is that one add method. In that we given type, right? We given type as well as what is that we given what is that a. We given a also type, and what is that b also we given as a type. B also we given as a type, and a return type also be taken as a type only, right? And open curly bracket and a close curly bracket. Inside that whenever we are trying to return what is that a plus b, it's a giving what is that, it's a giving error, it's a giving what is that error, means what is that this statement is what is that invalid. This statement is what is that invalid. Then what is the valid now? Whenever we are giving the return as a what is that sub, right? Sub is nothing but function a and b means what is that we are calling the function is returning what is that addition of that number, means what is that is a valid, means what is that is the valid now guys. So now same like what is that, if we are working in the array type, let's understand the little bit things about what array also, right? Array also. So simple, what I'm doing now, guys, now whenever we will write the component service in the Angular, right? So it that time also we will use that concept, guys. So just what I'm taking now, I'm taking one class now, guys. Here what is that, I'm taking what is that class, I'm declaring one class. Let's take class, and here I'm taking data service. I'm taking here what is that data service, right? Data service. In this data service, what I'm doing now, let's take public one method. Let's take public, and here what is that method will be get data, and this get data we will give the type as a what is that generic type. Now inside that argument, let's take as a data, and this one also let's take generic type, and returning what is that now data also, right? Now here I'm taking what is that return, we will return the data, we will return what is that data now. But the thing is what is that, here what is that we will send the array kind of data, guys. Array kind of data, right? Array kind of data. Based on that array, we will perform the operation in this service. Then how we will perform it, let's understand. But the thing is, means if you want to restrict that what type of what is that interfaces, and interfaces as well as what is that, let's take this data services there now, based on that employee class as well as product class, right? Based on that contract, we will restrict the data, guys. Now here what is that, what I'm doing now, I'm creating one interface, right? Now I'm taking what is that I product. We have what is that I product interface. Interface is nothing but contract in the TypeScript. We are taking one contract. In that we are taking the property as a name. Property as a name. That is what string type. I taken what is that string type. Another one is what, let's take price, right? Price is what is that number type na. Number type, right? We taken one contract, right? We taken what,
Yes.
one contract.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
One contract, right? One contract. Again I'm taking one more interface. Let's take r, let's perform with one contract only. Why we will take another one also. So here what is that, so I want to send array data, right? Array data to this generic type method. Then how we will send it now, guys? So we know that we learned already arena in the TypeScript. Based on that one only we will send the data. Based on that one only we will send the data. Now how we will declare the data as a array type. Now let's take I'm creating the object. Now obj, which class we will create the object, new data service now. Come on.
Data service.
New data service. New data service. We declared as a, what is that? We declare one object. Now, after creating the object, now work as a, what is that? First, let's work as an object. First, let's work as an object. If because we will send this, what is that? Contract data here. We will send the contract data. This contract data. Now, how we will send it now? First, let's work as an object, guys. Then we will work as an array. Then we will work as an array. Now here I'm taking object. I'm taking object. Now here what we will do it now, we will call get method. Get method, right? But I want to send that, means what is that? Generic type will be there, our what is that? Contract. Our generic type will be there as a contract. Means if we are taking our contract as a generic type, then what is that? This data will become what?
Data method.
This data only will become what is the data member now, except that if we are sending anything, then what? It will give error, guys. It will give error. Now here what is that? Let's specify what? Generic type as what is that? I product. I product. Once we declared this one as a, what is that? Generic type, then what is that? In the argument, which kind of data we can send it now? Only name and price only we can send it or not, except that if we are sending anything, then what? Compiler will give what? Error. Now let's take open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Inside that, let's take name, right? Name colon, what is that? Let's give what is that? TV. Let's give what is that? TV. Why this error? TV, we are giving one. Okay. Argument of type name as a string is not assignable to parameter of what type? I product. This is the string only, right?
Equal to.
Okay, fine, good. We are going good, guys. No issues. We are taking price. Now let's take price. Now here we given what is that? This is the price or not? Come on, we given or not?
Yes, sir.
Now if you are removing one what is that? One argument means nothing but one property.
Yes.
One property. Then what is that? We will get what is that? Error. We will get what is that? Error. We are getting the error or not? Come on, Control J.
Yes.
We are getting the error. Now if you are trying to, what is that? Increase the parameter. Let's take what is that? Size. Let's take what is that? Size, comma, size, right? Size. If you are giving the size, means what is that? Something. Let's give 2. Means what it's saying now, guys? What it's saying now? Argument of type name, string, price, number. Size number is not assignable to the parameter of type I product. Why? Only what is that? Only what is the assignable, guys? Only 2 parameter, because 2 attribute we taken. Means what is the 2 property only we taken in the interface now. So that one only will assignable or not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now then remove it. Once you are removing, then error is gone or not? Then error is gone or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now here what is that? Now let's print it. Console dot log. Right now I'm printing it. Console dot log. Now if you compile it, if you run it, you will get what is that? Name, TV, price, what is that? This much you are getting or not? We are getting or not, guys? Now if you
Yes, sir.
instead of what? If you remove this one, guys, if you remove this one, then what is that? Then here you can increase the argument. There is no issue, guys. Now here what is that? You can give what is that? Size equal to, size, let's give 2. But now we are not getting any what? Error. Are we are getting any error? No, na? Are we are getting?
We are
No.
not getting it.
Because we not restricted. This, what is that? This method with what? This what is that? Calling method is with what? Generic type, right? Come on. So if you want to restrict,
Yes.
If you
Yes.
want to restrict, then
It's
what you
nothing.
need to do now? You need to pass that contract, right? You need to pass that contract. If you are passing that contract, then based on that, whatever property is available in that contract, based on that only you can send the argument, right? Parameter. Come on, that one, based on that one only you can send the parameter. Clear, friends?
Yes,
Yes.
Ravi.
Now copy this one and paste this example. Paste this example here. What is that? Now array type. Array type. Don't worry, still I'm not sending the array, but example I taken, right? Now in this time, this is the object type data I'm sending, guys. Okay, here what is that? Object data type means we are working on as a object type. Now let's work as a array type. Let's work as a array type, right? Array type. Then if you want to work as a array type, then what is that? Multiple data also you can send it or not? Array means similar data we can send as a array format or not? Multiple what? Multiple product we can send simultaneously, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now then what we will do it now, guys? If you want to send this, what is that? I product data as a what? As a array type. Then what you need to do now at the time of calling? What is that? Obj dot, what is that? Get. Obj dot get. Now here this is the method. Now I want, what is that? I want to make this what is that? Contract data. I want to send this contract data as a array type. Then what is that? I product. Then we will take array. We will take, what is that? Array symbol, right? Array symbol. Previously what we are doing now, guys? Previously we are sending object type is nothing but what is that? Single. Now we are increasing as a, what is that? In this time, what is that? We are sending the data as a what? Array type, right? Array type. So if
Array
we are,
type.
yeah, if we are declaring these things as a array type, then what is that? Inside at the time of sending, we need to take, what is that? Array, open curly, and how we are specifying one object, open curly bracket with close curly bracket in between. Whatever data is we will send, that one is treating as that one JSON data equal to one object data or not?
Yes.
Now, so here what is that? We are taking what? Name property. I'm taking, what is that? Name property. Let's take the product as a, what is that? TV. Let's take product as a TV, right? And property, again another property I'm taking, what is that? Price. Now I'm taking, what is that? Another property as a price, right? Price. Now let's take, what is that? 56 point something, right? In this much price we are taking, right? Now one, this is, what is that? This is what? One object type. Now but what is that? We take in the array. In the array can be what is that? In array multiple data also we can store it now. So again let's
Yes.
copy this. Let's copy the same data. And paste it. Now here let's take mobile, right? Mobile. Now let's give 4,000, right? Now here what is that? Means what is that? Now here what is that? Here what? One object. Here what is that? One object. And means what is that? Here we are sending the array product data or not? Array product data
Yes.
or not? Now compile it. Now, okay, we are not printing. So now print this one. Console dot log. Now here what is that? Array type data we are getting as a output. Array type data we are getting as a output now, guys. So like that, if we are declaring the things as a generic, now we can send like that data also, right? Like that data also. Now object type
Yes.
we learned. Object type as well as what is that? Now two things in the explanation. I given what is that? I given what is that? A generic type. Generic type where the explanation might. Now generic type. You can make a property, method or class as a generic. I said na. So we learned what is that? Method as a generic type. Now let's understand class and a property as a generic type. Let's understand those two things also, guys. Let's understand those two things also. Now this is the example of what is that? Array type. Array type. Array type. Paste it. Let's take example this one, and this one is what is that? Object type. This one is what? Object type example. Now, okay. Now let's understand. Let's understand one example based on that property and what is that? And class type, right? Class type. So how we will make the class as a generic and a property as a generic now, guys. So here let's take class as a demo, right? If we want to make this class as a generic, then here we will take a that class also type only. Inside that what I'm going to do now, I'm taking what is that? Non-static variable, non-static property. That property also I'm making as a what? That property also I'm making as a type. Type is nothing but generic. Why this one is giving like that?
Class spelling. Class spelling. Yes, missing.
Oh, okay. Right now here what is that? This is the non-static variable. Right now inside, sorry, attribute, and I'm making this non-static attribute also. Attribute is nothing but property, friends. Property also as what? Generic type. And here I'm taking what is that? Print method. Here I'm taking what is that? Print method. Now console dot console dot log, right? Console.log. Now let's print that what? N. Now let's print that n. Now n equal to dollar symbol, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. This dot what is that? I want to print n. I want to print what is that? N now. N. Now what is that? If you want to make this, you made that class, right? You made this class as a generic type. Then what is that? Whenever you are declaring that object, right? Now let's take let keyword. Let keyword obj equal to what? New. Obj equal to what is that? New. And here let's take demo, right? Demo. Now whenever you are declaring the object, right? Whenever you are what is that? Creating the object. At the time of creating the object, whatever things you are giving, if you are giving the number, then what is that? This class is nothing but this property will accept what is that? String number only. Number only, right? Now obj dot n property, right? N property. Inside that I want to store what is that? 10. I want to store 10. Now compile it. Now run it. Okay. And right now we need to call the print method also, right? Function calling obj dot print. We need to call print method also. Now CLS. Now we are getting n equal to 10 or not?
Yes.
Now, but if you are trying to send what is that? Here is string data. Then what you will get it now? Type string is
Not assignable.
assignable to what is that? Type number, not assignable to type number. If you want to assign the string now, then what you need to give now? Here you need to give a string.
String.
Yeah, if you are giving that string, then it will become, this property will become, what is that? String. If you are giving here number, then this property will become, what is that? Number. Clear, friends?
Yes.
Right, like that.
Clear.
Like that we are declaring class label as a, what is that? Generic type in the TypeScript, guys. TypeScript. Don't compare your Java knowledge with what? With TypeScript. Generic, because here syntax, declaration, calling, and all those things is what? Different only. Right now,
Got it.
class as a generic. Generics, right? Generics. Now example. In the class we taken, what is that? Property also generic type, and a class, both examples we covered now. Based on that discussion, guys, okay, we completed generic type in the TypeScript, guys. TypeScript related generic type is completed. Now let's start enum. This is the last concept of what? TypeScript. This is the last concept of what? TypeScript. After then we will start Angular. Now. So we are totally near to start our Angular now, guys. So people are waiting.
And excited.
I don't know excited or not, guys, but the thing about that,
Yes.
the people, what is that? People is joined my session for what? Learning the Angular only. But here we are 2 month onward, what? We are learning TypeScript. Now our TypeScript is going to complete today now. Huh?
We got a lot of learning in the TypeScript also, because also the JavaScript functionality.
Yeah, JavaScript. If you are learning, what is that? Our TypeScript also. Once if you start what? Learn JavaScript, nothing changes you will get. Just what? And just some whatever related to TypeScript things is there, that one only you will get what? Different. Otherwise, our programming, our thinking, and our things similar to JavaScript only. Right. So now let's understand next discussion, guys. Let's understand what is that next discussion. Enum, right? Enum is nothing but what is that? Enumeration. Enumeration. Now anyone can tell what is the enum or enumeration, guys? Enum or enumeration?
We will give values in enum.
Constant values.
Very good. Constant value is called, what is that? Enum, right? Enum. Now whatever constant value, like you can take weekdays. What is that? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These days you can take as what is that? Constant value, because these are the non-changeable value or not.
Fixed values, yes.
Now 12 months are there. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the, what is that? Non-changeable value or not?
Yes, non-changeable.
Now, okay. And same like whenever we are working in the web application. Now status code what? Status code as well as what is that? HTTP.
404 also.
Yeah, HTTP.
200.
Yeah, HTTP methodology is nothing but get, post, put, delete. These are not changeable what? Method or not? So
Yes, not changeable.
so means those are the possible, what is that? Possible constant, right? Which one is not changing frequent, which one is not at all changing, right? If one time declare, means that one is declared. As well as what? In the morning session, in the project also, what is that? Open, and what is that? Picking, as well as what is that? Return, ordered, invoice. These are
Received.
these things we declared as what? Enum or not?
Enum.
Now, so now same like, guys. So if we want to represent what is that? A group of named constant, then we should go for what is that? Enum. So enum can handle what is that? Collection of numbers, strings, and what is that? Expression constant in the TypeScript, guys. In the TypeScript, I'm mentioning in the TypeScript. In the Java, I'm not saying. In the TypeScript. In the TypeScript, what is that? It can handle only what? Only string and expression constant. Which one is returning only number and a string type? It's if what is that? If our enum inside that enum, if we are taking anything which one is returning value, then it will give what? Error. I will show you as a practical also, guys, right? So if we are concluding enum in a single line, then what is that? So if we want to represent a group of what is that? Named constants, right? Named constant. Then what is that? Then we should what is that? We should go for what is that? We should go for what is that? Enum. We should go for what is that? Enum, right? And one more important point, enum can have, right? Enum can have what is that? Collection of number, string, and what is that? And expression. Which expression? Which one? Only returning what is that? Number and a string only. Number and a string only. Means what is that? Expression constant, right? Constants. Expression constants. Then what is the syntax? How we are declaring enum classes? So syntax is we will take enum keyword. Then we will give the class name, enum name, right? Enum name and open curly bracket and a close curly bracket. Open curly bracket and a close curly bracket. Inside that, what is that? Whatever property is there, those property, what we will do it now, guys? We will write it. Whatever possible value is there, those possible value we will write inside that enum class. Then what is that? Those property will become what is that? Enum property. Those property is called what? Enum property. Now another point, one more point. Let's understand one more point. What is the other point? If enum define numbers constants, then what is that? Then they can have what? They can have what is that? Auto implementation now. Auto implementation right? Implementation. So for what is that? For what is that? For value that fully are full between what is that? A range, right? Range. Now let's understand, guys. I'm creating one example. What is that? One example related to what is that? Enum, guys. Enum. Let's understand those things. Let's see that, right? Let's see that. Now, okay, Diksha. First time she is joining, I think so. Previously, I didn't see that. Okay. Why, guys? Only I'm getting with the in the chat box. What is that? Only one person response. What about others? People are today people are becoming silent. Should I also become silent?
No.
Now,
Ravi.
yeah, then respond it, guys. Then respond it, right? Because only one in the chat box. What is that? One person only. I'm getting what? Response now. Listening. Okay, Thiru. Now, okay, now let's start it. What I'm taking now, here I'm taking what is that? This is the very important concept, guys. Otherwise, if this concept is not important, right? See, I'm not expending much time also. Like how much we needed in that Angular, that much only I'm spending the time. Otherwise, it's not meaning that generic. If I start, right, 2 to 3 weeks I will take in the generic only. 2 to 3 weeks I will take enum only. But what is the use? Because we are the Java developer, or other people is .NET developer or PHP developer. We are learning the Angular. We need to learn Angular. How much we needed, that much only we are spending the time in the right. What is that? In this concept, guys, whatever useful for much, that one already we spend much time. But enum as generic type, how much we needed in the Angular, that much we are spending that time with what? Clarity. You are not giving time to reply. Okay, now fine, right? So now please listen carefully and respond it, guys. Respond it right now. Okay, now here what I'm going to do now, I will take what is that? Enum. Let's take status code. I said na, status code we are getting 404, 405, 500 whenever we are developing the web application or not.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
People are heard about this status code.
Yes.
Now I'm
Yes.
taking what is that? Let's take
Yes, sir.
status code. Let's take status code, right? Status code. I'm taking what is that? Enum as a status code now, guys. Status code. Inside that, I'm taking what is that? I'm explaining this point, guys. This line. I'm explaining this line. What is that? If enum define numbers constant, then what is that? They can have auto implementation for value that full between a range, right? Now let's see that. Now I'm taking here what is that? Not found. What is the status code not found, guys? 404 or not?
404.
404.
404 now.
404.
Now if our API is running successful, then what is the code now?
200.
200.
Very good. 200, right? 200. Now see, 404 and a 200 I taken now. 404 and a 200 I taken now. But here what is that? Unfortunately, I'm not feeling what is that. I'm taking what is that? One more. I'm taking, let's take method. Method, right? Method. I'm taking what is that? Method. And what I'm doing now here, I'm not assigning any value, guys. Here now I'm not assigning any value. If we not assign any value, then what is that? By default 200 is there na? Here it will become what is that? 201. Here it will become 201. Now let's see that console.log. I'm taking what is that? Console.log. I'm taking what is that? Console.log. And we know that if we want to call the enum property, yeah, we know that if we want to call the enum property, then we need what is that? Enum class name, right?
Class
Enum.
names.
Now we will take what is that? Status dot what is that? We will call method. Status dot method. If we call the status dot method, then what is the value now, guys? What it's showing now? Status code 201 or not? Even though we are not assigning the value. Even though we are not assigning the value, then what it's showing now? What it's showing now? In 201 it's showing or not?
Yes, Ravi.
Means what is that? Previous value, whatever previous value will be there, with this previous value it will add 1 and it will increase the value. It will become this another property will become what is that? That value property. That value is nothing but what is that? 201 or not?
Yes.
Now if you after compiling
Yes.
let's compile it and you will get what is that? 201 only. Result you will get as a 201. See, 201 we are getting the result as a 201. Now copy this one and paste it. Example. Paste it. Example, right? This is the example now, guys. So another one is what is that? Let's understand some more things about the enum now. Let's understand some more thing about the enum now. What is that? Let's take number constant, right? Number constant will increase. What is that? Increment, right? Increment by 1, by 1 with what is that? With it previous value, right?
Previous value.
Previous value and implementation. previous value and its implements, right? It's a implements. It's a implements. What is that? Now we understood, right? Syntax. Syntax. We understood. What is that? We are taking enum. We are taking enum. We are taking what is that? Enum, and here we given what is that? Name. We given name now. Inside that name, what we are doing now? What we are doing now, guys? Here we are taking just what is that? A equal to 10. If we are taking what is that? A equal to 10. Then again, if we are taking any another property, let's take B. Then B will become what is that? B will become 11 or not? It's
11.
increasing means what is that? Whenever we are taking, then property will become what is that? Name. If we are calling name dot b, then what is that? What is the result we will get? 11 we will get or not?
Yes,
11 we will get na.
Yes, Ravi.
But the thing is, guys, the another point is what is that? Then the number constant, right? Constant number constant in enum start with what is that? With what is that? 0. Start with what is that? 0. Now in this time, if we take what is that? If we take what is that? Enum name. If we are taking what is that? Enum name. If we are taking what is that? Enum name. After taking that, what is that? If we are taking here A, and another one is what is that? We are taking V equal to 10. Then this index will start what is that? 0. Then what is the value we will get it now? If we print, then what is that? We will get the result as a 0, guys. We will get the result because the value swap, right? Value swap and increase only last data, right? Last property, not what is that? First property, but not what is that? First property now, guys. So now this point we learned. Now another point is what is that? Another point is enum can have what is that? String constant. Enum can have what is that? Is string constant. But what is that? But one point we note it. So here number, we are taking the number property now.
Yes, number.
Now, but whenever we will take a string property, then we need to assign. If we not assign, then it will give error because string property cannot swap, guys. Now here what is that? But what is that? But string, right? But string constants cannot, right? Cannot have what is that? Auto implementation. Auto implementation, right? It cannot have what is that? Auto implementation. Then what is that? Then they must, what is that? Then they must be initialized, right? Initialized. They must initialize with what is that? Value. We must initialize with what? Value now. Syntax is now, let's take the syntax. I'm taking what is that? Enum. I'm taking, let's take name, right? Let's take name. Inside this name, what we will do it now, guys? We will take what is that? Let's take A equal to, let's take what is that? String data. String data is nothing but anything. Ravi. I'm taking what is that? Ravi. Now after taking this one, what I'm going to do now? I'm taking B. If we are not assigned, then what is that? This is the invalid syntax, guys. This is what is that? Invalid syntax. This is what? Invalid, because string is not swapping the data. Means what is that? What we understood, string constant cannot have what is that? Auto implementation. Means if you are thinking about that, like just only this auto implementation is there in the number type, only in the number type, right? This is what is that? Invalid code. Invalid. This is what? Invalid. What is the valid now? Now Now let's take the example. Whenever we will design the things, guys, template, whenever we will design template inside that Angular. So what I'm taking now, I'm taking, let's take enum. I'm taking what? Enum. After taking the enum, what is that? Let's take router is there. Route is there. Route concept is there in the what? In the Angular. So let's take that one only. In that we will give the property. Let's take multiple templates. We have multiple templates related. What is that? Home, contact us, contact. This kind of template is there in the application.